What's good, YouTube, man? We back with another reaction video. We about to react to the top 10 most popular sports in the world. Make sure y'all tap in, man. I got a lot of sports subs on my channel. It's the best sports reaction channel on YouTube. We trying to get this channel to 5K subs, man. We at 4,950 subs. My goal is to get to 10K. I'm 50 subs away to get halfway to my goal. So make sure y'all tap in. Make sure you hit that like button so the YouTube algorithm can push this video out. But with that being said, we about to hop right into it, man. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Let's get it.
Based on where you live or where you're from, though, certain sports may be more popular than others. As we know, particular parts of the world take more pride in specific ones. There have long been debates regarding which sport is truly the most popular in the world. Well, it's time to settle this debate once and for all. In order to accurately put together a list ranking the 10 most popular sports, 15 different factors had to be used. These consisted of a combination of fan engagement stats, money in the sport, number and types of players, and overall relevancy. Number 10. Golf. With more than an estimated 390 million fans in the US, Canada, and Europe, golf comes in at number 10. While the sport has plenty of fans, it does well with older generations and also wealthier people. The sport struggles to reach people who do not have access to play it. Overall, people tend to view it as a sport for the rich. The top golfers around the world do pretty well financially, though, in terms of money made through events and sponsorships. It's a sport that is similar to tennis in the fact that you see the top competitors covered head to toe in various brands. Number 9. American football. Rugby. American football and rugby come in at a tie with around 390 to 410 million
NFL?
fans
That's crazy.
Each. While they have similar fan bases, their popularity varies around the globe. As I am sure you are aware, football's popularity primarily comes from America. There, the top league is the NFL. While the sport may not have as many fans as others mentioned, there is plenty of money to go around in it. The NFL sells its TV rights deals for billions of dollars a year, and the average salary in the league is $1.9 million. While it does well in the US with viewership, football is not consumed on a global scale. That's where rugby comes in. Rugby is very popular in France, England, New Zealand, and South Africa. Similar to football in the US, the sport does well in terms of viewership and fans in these countries, but not as well elsewhere. One area that the sport really struggles in is the average salary of the athletes in the top leagues. The average salary of a rugby player is only around $60,000. Number 8.
That's crazy.
Baseball. Baseball finds itself so low on this list due to its niche market, that is the US, Canada, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, and Japan. These areas do a good job of not only playing, but watching the sport though. It just doesn't have the international reach that the previous sports do. Just as the sport does well in terms of playing and viewership in those parts of the world, the money does exist there as well. The TV rights deals for the MLB and the Japanese League both exceed hundreds of millions of dollars. In the US, MLB players do very well for themselves, as the average salary is more than $4 million. The league accounts for some of the highest paying contracts in all of professional sports. Number 7. Table tennis.
Table tennis.
We mentioned earlier how Americans may be shocked by this list. Well, here's another reason why. A sport that most people from the US consider a garage hobby has an estimated 900 million fans worldwide. An area where the sport excels in is gender equality, as it is played by just as many men as women around the world. It also thrives in the access to the general public. As a result, table tennis has the highest number of amateur players in all sports around the globe. However, due to the popular nature of amateur play, there really isn't much money in the sport through deals or contracts. Number 6. Volleyball. Another sport that is consistent in its popularity around the globe is volleyball. With around 900 million fans in almost all of the countries, volleyball has a significant following. Additionally, the sport thrives on its accessibility to the public. As a result of this accessibility, volleyball ranks second in all sports in total number of amateur players, behind only soccer or football. One area the sport is lacking in, though, is money. While the top athletes can make up to a couple $1 million, most players are not making anywhere near close to that. On top of that, the TV rights and sponsorship deals are lagging far behind the other sports.
True.
Number 5.
I can see.
Tennis.
Oh, so it's like a skill.
Tennis is a sport whose popularity is generally consistent around the world. The sport has an estimated 1 billion fans, and these fans stretch from the Americas to Europe to Asia. These fans love tuning into the major tennis matches. The sport is broken down into 4 major competitions called the Grand Slams, and these events are watched by more than 400 million people. Where tennis really makes its mark on this list is an aspect you might not think of.
Sponsors just like golf.
Popularity on the internet. It is viewed as the 3rd most
popular sport. Get a lot of sponsorships because they be wearing that Nike and shit.
A lot of the money in the sport comes through sponsorship deals.
Like I said,
you can find the top athletes decked out in brands from head to toe as they compete on the court.
Facts.
Number 4, hockey.
Field and hockey up there for sure.
Hockey is another sport with over 2 billion fans around the globe.
When talking about the sport fans.
For the sake of this list, we're including both field and ice hockey together. By including both versions of the sport, hockey has one of the best global fan bases and audiences.
For sure, most definitely, and I know that firsthand.
The popularity of the individual versions of the sport varies. While the U.S. considers field hockey to be a sport primarily played by females, that actually is not the case in Europe, where males play it as well. Additionally, ice hockey is primarily played by males. An area of weakness for hockey stems from consistent cash flow. The TV rights deals are nowhere near as large as the other major sports, and the salary of players varies mightily depending on where they are located. Number 3, basketball.
NBA.
Something Americans truly
NBA should be number 1 for real.
Makes an appearance on the list.
NBA should definitely be number 1.
The sport of basketball has evolved into more of an international game with an estimated 2.2 billion fans.
That's a lot of fucking fans.
The game continues to try to grow its international
play. They did expand basketball like around the world. They expanded the fuck out of it.
With the NBA. Not only does its popularity come from the NBA, so does the majority of the money.
For sure, for sure.
In 2016, the NBA agreed to a TV rights deal worth $24 billion over 9 years. Additionally, the average salary for an NBA player is north of $3 million. The only reason that basketball is here on this list is the other basketball leagues around the world are not on the same level as the NBA. The sport is lacking in premier leagues that bring in as much attention or money as the NBA does.
Facts.
Number 2, cricket.
Cricket.
For people hailing from the Western Hemisphere, this is
I don't think I ever watched a game of cricket.
That may catch you a little off guard. Primarily played in Asia, Australia, and the UK, cricket has no shortage of fans, as the sport has an estimated 2.5 billion fans,
which
is the second highest number of fans of all sports.
2.5 billion? God damn.
In around 15 to 20 countries, these countries have a combined population of nearly 2 billion people. As a result, the sport does well in terms of viewership on TV and TV rights deals. During the 2015 Cricket World Cup, around 2.2 billion people were tuned in for the event. For events like that one, the global body for world cricket, the ICC, grosses hundreds of millions of dollars for the TV rights deals. While cricket isn't played or followed around the globe, it excels greatly in areas of the world that lend the sport to being considered popular by so many people. For cricket, popularity is all about the quality of countries in terms of population counts over quantity of them, referring to the total number of countries. Number 1. Soccer.
Soccer, motherfucker.
When the nickname for a sport is widely accepted as the world sport, it's most likely going to find itself at the top of this list. Soccer, or football, dominates nearly every single one of the criteria used for ranking. With an estimated 3.5 billion fans worldwide, the sport is far and above the most popular sport. It's played and followed nearly all over the world. As a result of so many people caring about the sport, soccer, or football, brings in more money than other sports. Whether it's player contracts with FC Barcelona paying Lionel Messi 500,000 euros a week, or TV deals where the sport's governing body FIFA secured more than $1.85 billion for the 2018 and 2022 World Cups. The money clearly follows the sport, just as a plethora of fans do. It also helps that its biggest competition includes countries from all over the globe in the FIFA World Cup held every 4 years. Reportedly, more than 3.2 billion people watched the last World Cup in 2018.
That's crazy. Yeah, that was a good ass video though, man. How y'all feel about the rankings? Some of them was kind of iffy to me, but I mean, he got more information than me, so I'm pretty sure he did his best as he could to put the rankings up there. But yeah, that was a fire ass video, man. That shit was I fuck with that, man. With that being said, man, make sure y'all tap in. Hopefully a lot of different fans, because I do every sport, like baseball, basketball, football, hockey, soccer. I did a couple soccer videos. Did a couple baseball. But I really tap into anything. So if you really come to my channel and request something like, oh, I want to see this, I'm going to definitely get to it, man. So make sure y'all tap in. We trying to get the channel to 5K subs. I'm at 49.50. I need 50 subs. Hopefully I can get that today. With that being said, y'all stay safe, stay tuned, and we out.